Hello, folks, and welcome back to the podcast. I'm your host, Joe Tone Love. Here we're talking about at Berlin, which I thought was a solid show. Nothing too great about it, but nonetheless was very solid, in which we had very good match, or I felt, with the start being Cody Rhodes, Kevin Owens, and then ending how it should have with Gunther versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. That was very solid, but yeah, he had some good matches in between, in which we'll go over all. But nonetheless, thank you all for joining me. Of course, if you're new and you haven't subscribed already, like or subscribe if you haven't there in the corner, and then notification bell as well. But yeah, let's get started talking about Bash at Berlin. So yeah, the show started off, and rightfully so, Cody Rhodes versus Kevin Owens for the Undisputed WWE Championship. So, makes sense, obviously, because, the build to this was, not great, because simply, we've been following SmackDown last couple weeks, and Cody has mentioned this is basically Kevin Owens' reward for helping him against the Bloodline the last number of months, and with Randy Orton. Now, we know, and Kevin Owens has made known, he doesn't deserve it. When you look at his track record and championship matches, and that's unfortunate because, Kevin Owens, since his Universal Championship win, in 2016, he really hasn't been back to the mountaintop. And that's odd because he's always been a great wrestler and very good competitor. It's just circumstances, whether it be Roman or now Cody. So yeah, but nonetheless, skillful match, and people were wondering if would Kevin Owens turn heel, during the match or after match. It appears we came close, and we may get that in the future, but yeah, Cody Rhodes won as expected. But yeah, very hard fought match. Now, afterwards, we'll see, because Gunther defeated Randy Orton in the main event. And we'll see, because Cody and Randy, there's a story there, but they're certainly going to have to build it up because, Randy just lost to Gunther for the World Heavyweight Championship. So they're certainly going to have to find a way to build Randy, get at least a couple wins, get him back on track, and then, we'll see. But to start with, Randy and Cody's there. Cody defeated Solo, so I think we can agree we don't want to see another match of that. Cody versus Roman, there's a possibility there, but not yet. And Cody versus Rock, we know there's something there. And likely, if the match is going to happen, it'll be at WrestleMania 41. So we'll see. But nonetheless, very good match to open the show. Then the only championship match for the women on the card. Women's Tag Team Championships between Isla Dawn, Alba Fyre versus Jade Cargill and Bianca Belair. Now, Isla Dawn, Alba got their moments in Clash of the Castle, and very good as they not pinned Bianca Belair and Jade. You know, this match was kind of figure where it was going, because again, with how high up they perceive Bianca Belair, you know, she's great. Jade, you know, definitely feels like in this tag team they're trying to, I guess, buy time, you know, because, or at least trying to see if Bianca helps train Jade Cargill be where they need her to be. Because honestly, this match was fine, did its job, but that's the thing with Jade Cargill matches these days. You're like, and someone even asked, you know, how would you say you've improved? Or I didn't see the full question, but it was something along the lines of, you know, since you've been a part of WWE, how have you probably improved or whatnot? But nonetheless, you know, it's hard to judge a Jade Cargill match these days because of differing opinions. I will say she's not impressive in the ring. It's like we know her look, we know her gimmick. It's basically the same since it was in AEW. But nonetheless, it's its job. Women's Tag Team titles, still not a fan of, but did its job and they won. So credit to Bianca and Jade. There we go. Up next, mixed tag team match. As we got the Judgment Days, now Liv Morgan and Dominik Mysterio taking on the Terror Twins. It's been going around as their nickname. Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley. This was good. It certainly had variables, and you wonder because, and I get why both WWE and AEW don't do intergender matches, you know, especially WWE these days, or as of recently. But with the reaction we saw in this storyline, with the reaction we saw for Rhea and Dom, their interaction in this match, which made the crowd unglued. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we get Rhea versus Dom in the future. It doesn't have to be, you know, a 10-minute match, but it can certainly serve its purpose and get the job done. And Damian Priest and Rhea Ripley got the win here. So very good for them. You know, considering what is going on the last few weeks, definitely felt like the right decision. You know, because we aren't that moved past SummerSlam, in which Dominik turned against Rhea, and you know the Judgment Day as a whole turned against Priest. So definitely felt like Priest and Rhea needed this win. So saw enough. We'll see where we're going forward, and obviously Damian Priest and Finn Balor had some match room towards probably a Bad Blood. We'll see. And then we know Rhea and Liv Morgan, they're not finished yet, so we'll see. So next, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre, strap match. Their second into what may lead into some steel cage match, some Hell in a Cell, probably as we get into Bad Blood. But yeah, their second in their feud. Won't be their last, obviously. Between Punk and Drew, I thought it was a solid match, solid strap match. The thing is, I think everybody will agree. The stipulation with some strap matches, which sucks, is the touching of all four corners. I mean, that is just, it's silly. It's silly. I think we can all agree, but nonetheless, as far as in match-wise, it was very solid. Punk getting his first win in WWE in over 10 years. That's something. That's crazy, but yeah. Because differing opinions about the match at SummerSlam between Punk and Drew, with Seth Rollins being the special guest referee, but it did show up, and this match was solid as well. Now, the only way they can up the ante is, steel cage, Hell in a Cell, we shall see. But should be fun. And Punk gets the victory. Got his bracelet back. That was in McIntyre's shorts. To the point where once he got it back, he kissed that nonetheless. So Punk got his bracelet back, which, I mean, Michael Cole, credit to him, one of the best to ever do it. But the way they've been making this about the bracelet has been not too well for people. So, but nonetheless, Punk wins a hell of a match, their second match in this feud, and we'll see. So then we get to the main event. Gunther versus Randy Orton for the World Heavyweight Championship. This was a good, solid, storytelling, whatever you want to say, match. Hell of a main event, hell of an atmosphere. I mean, Gunther, of course, being from Austria, and then getting this moment in Berlin to defend the World Heavyweight Championship somewhere obviously speculating of SummerSlam being the right time to win the title, but now for him to have this moment to defend it in Berlin, hell of a moment. And there was a story, obviously, of Gunther didn't beat Randy cleanly at King of the Ring. So, and Triple H left it open-ended for a rematch. Well, Randy got his rematch, but was enough as Gunther retained. And I love the aspect of Ludwig Kaiser, who, first of all, yesterday answered the open challenge of LA Knight and got a great reaction. On Friday, and at Bash in Berlin, although Samantha Irvin does a hell of a job introducing Gunther, it just made it more heelish, more proper, for Ludwig Kaiser to do that introduction for Gunther in their match. So that was very good. And Gunther retained the World Heavyweight Championship and was a sound match, great match. Now, CM Punk mentioned how he wants gold. Well, we could see Gunther face off against CM Punk in the future, which would be a hell of a moment. I mean, Punk, and this could just be another feather in the cap to extend this McIntyre Punk feud. It's like Punk wants gold, and McIntyre could do something to end up costing CM Punk. And that would be that, leading up into their trilogy match. So, credit to them, but yeah, hell of a match between Gunther and Randy Orton. Right outcome. Gunther is the victor. It's just great to see, how Gunther has evolved. First feud with Pete Dunne, having this long, adventurous title reign with the UK Championship, and then obviously suspect about the name change, but then comes to the main roster, and luckily under Triple H thrives, has this record-breaking reign as the Intercontinental Champion, and now he is hopefully going to have a long, illustrious reign as World Heavyweight Champion. And it's hard not to love it. Gunther is really that, reminds you of that old school heel, and it's great to see. And he can work in the ring, he's great on the mic. Can't wait to see what Gunther's reign provides going forward. But nonetheless, Bash at Berlin, I thought all in all was fun. So, nonetheless, thank you all for joining me. That was my little review for you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed it, or my thoughts on Bash at Berlin. But again, if you guys haven't already subscribed, it's there in the corner. And, if you like this video, leave a like, leave a thumbs up. Also, comments, very welcome on the channel. So yeah, thank you guys all. Be safe. See you guys next time. And I am Joe Love. Peace.